but Angelo is just coming in right now. As you can hear him coming in.
I'm coming.
Just started, guys. Angelo just started the live stream right now. We are a couple minutes late. Guys, this was an emergency. I don't know, but it was an emergency. He said it was
why it was an emergency?
Why?
Because I had this beautiful cup of chocolate. No, it's, what you call it, coffee. Just go over a little bit. Just scoochy smooch. Yeah, so I had this big old cup of coffee before I started, and now my bum had to release what no longer served me. So
I like that. Hey, you know what? I respect it, and I wasn't gonna rush anything because we already did have Vision Dion.
Look at the perfect timing. It's perfect timing, anyways. So let's go ahead and get into the Q&A. Calvin, you have a list of questions that people were asking that they wanted to know. Yeah,
got a list right
out.
Yeah,
Thank you.
There we go. So the first one is,
oh God,
what is it like having loose skin? So guys,
that's not that bad. That's not that serious of a question.
I mean, but that's one of the first questions that we have right here.
It's a main question, but honestly, we do get that question a lot. So
we do. So
I clean this choke.
Go ahead and clean that up. So to answer that question, what it's like having loose skin? I mean,
I guess since I have more, I should answer.
I think he does.
Is that why?
I don't know who has more between us.
I think I
right there. Who has the most loose skin?
I think I have more loose skin than you, to be honest. But comparing loose skin, it's like that was one thing that I was super worried about before we started losing weight. Was like, oh man, I'm gonna have loose skin after I lose weight. Like I'm too afraid. I don't want to see what I look like. And honestly, that never came up on my mind. Like having loose skin. Like I didn't think I was gonna have loose skin for like the first maybe like 8 months of losing weight. And then one day I was in the shower and like,
yeah, you don't think you're gonna have it. That's one thing. Like you think it's like vision. I see everything I'm gonna look like. Like
you're gonna be shredded. Yeah, you think
you're losing the fat. You're losing the fat. Right?
Wait, hold on. That's a total new mindset right there that I forgot about. When you're losing weight, you actually like really think that you're gonna
really relate to like those bodybuilders. Like
they think they're gonna be like that. Yeah. They think they're gonna look like that. But anyways,
it's all good. I mean, in due time. But
in due time, you can for sure. But you're comparing apples to oranges at that point.
Yeah.
But one time I was in the shower like 8 months into my weight loss journey, and I'm looking at the water roll down me. And this is where I realized I was going to have loose skin. It's like I looked at my nipple, and I don't know if you can tell on my nipple now, but like, let me turn sideways. Let's put you this way.
How's it going with the nip shot?
When I turn my nipple sideways, like you can't
up a little
see
bit. Stand up a little bit more.
Well, no, because that kind of defeats like what I'm talking about. So like, you see how it just naturally stops right there, right? That's not a boob. There's nothing there. It's just skin. There's nothing there. But what I noticed was that the water wasn't going straight down. It was going like flying off. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't just going straight down my body like a flat chest, you know? It was going, and like you can kind of see right here, like nipple show. Damn it, this isn't no hold bars we said, Coven. It like goes out. I don't know. So when I was in the shower, the water was starting to flay out. And I was like, that's weird. Like, and I tried to the other side. And the same thing. And I started noticing that I have this crease right here. When I stand, I have this like crease. Just like, it's not a boob. There's nothing there. It's just skin. And so from that moment on, I was like, damn, like, I think this is loose skin. And I was kind of in denial for like a week. Like, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think that is loose skin. But then after a while, I kind of got terms. I was like, damn, like, that's it. Like, I couldn't even be upset about it, about having loose skin, because it was like, well, fuck, it's there. Like, what am I gonna? I'm not gonna.
It's already there. Yeah.
I can't do anything about it. It's already there. So that's where I realized I was gonna have loose skin. But
what's it like now? I mean, I can go. I'll answer now.
Go ahead and answer now.
So what it's like having it now? I think it actually is a token of like a badge of honor. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for.
It's really cool. It's honestly cool.
Yeah, it's really cool because not a lot of people have it. Like if you go to you look around, if you go around just in public, like not many, like
Dude,
a lot of
people
can relate to being overweight, but losing that much weight and walking around with that, like it's kind of a badge of honor.
Like I feel so only me doing it when we wear it. Like it feels like it's only us, huh?
And obviously you don't know everybody's story, but you have a fair like understanding about how society is and like kind of who people are, not necessarily who they are, but generally who people are. And
like, not to lie, it's kind of like,
it's pretty cool.
Kind of basic though. Like if you like, I'm kind of glad I have loose skin, because otherwise, like, your body's just kind of like everybody else's. You know what I mean? Like, this is what really distinguishes us. Distinguifies, disintegrates. No, it's not
something like that.
Something like that. This is what really like separates us. Not to say like we're different than everybody, but we are different. But like
we are different.
It separates us physically from a lot of people because when they see us and we're like just got done all sweaty working out, like after the workout, they're like, "You guys are lit! Like that's awesome." And then when we add on the fact that we lost a combined 300 pounds, they're like, it makes it even like double the effect.
I'm trying to think about
it's like, can it get any crazier than
like,
this?
That's what I'm trying to think. Like when we tell people our stories, like. Yeah, we teach free workouts online. You guys, the energy
that
is crazy.
enough right there is already lit. Like
yeah,
what
like,
we do in
like
person.
People are like, "Oh my gosh, I want to know who you guys are," and then it's like, "Oh yeah," and then I used to be 330 pounds. Oh yeah, he used to be 350. This is what we. What?
All right, what's next? Like we should just be aliens. Like that's probably the only crazier thing that can like separate us from like reality to not. Like we're like aliens or something. I don't know. So that's what it's like having loose skin. So yes, loose skin is a badge of honor. Is it something to be worried about or scared of? Definitely not, because it doesn't really like make a difference in your daily life. Like,
and one thing you guys can know, how you'll know if you have loose skin, is if you feel in your core like you have abs. I'll go ahead and show you right now. This is when you'll know, okay?
You'll know.
So if you can feel in your core that you have abs, see clearly there is. You can like. There.
There's something that like you know what I'm saying.
But it's the excess, because a normal person that looks 205 pounds like me. They don't look like this. They don't look like this at all. They don't look.
Turn sideways, watch. He's flat sides, flat everything, right? He's literally fucking straight, shredded, cut body. But then it's just the overhang that you would never really understand that. People think it's just chub or anything.
It's normal.
It's just overhang that like, he literally, like.
It's all extra skin.
What more can you do to this? There's no abs that can be built into this because it's not fat. You feel that? It's not. You see what I'm saying? It's not fat. It's just skin. It's just turnable skin. You know, you can just do whatever you want with it. That's not fat. The difference between fat is like when it's like,
when you're like,
it's like, you know what I mean?
You can't feel it. The difference between fat is when you shake your stomach. Remember when you're
and the whole thing goes.
The whole thing goes.
Yeah.
You feel, even your abs are jumping up and down.
That's fat. But this is just loose skin. So that is one thing about loose skin that we wanted to talk about. That it's not as bad as you think it is, and it's really not that scary.
Yeah. So I'll let you go into the next one.
Second question. Oh, snap. Second question. Oh, this is a good one. What is your first relationship and... What did you say? What is your first relationship and how was it like?
My first relationship, well, I'll go ahead and start off with that one.
When? That's an N, not a T.
Angela's never had a relationship. But to start off with my relationship, my first relationship, I'll say my problems with women started...
Problems with women? My problems with women?
Started out...
What you get away from me, woman? Come here, boy. Hey, we gotta bring that... Come here, boy. We gotta bring that back.
Boy.
Boy.
Nico,
boy. Bro, they're both gone.
Yeah, rest in peace. That's
I'm doing it for y'all.
That's a prelude to my to our old neighbor.
We used to be at our house as a kid, and like
we'll get back into it. But
oh yeah, we'll come back to the story. But we were like chilling, and then this neighbor named Nico, God rest his soul, he killed himself a couple years ago. But
17 years old.
He was he'd always come over to our house and like play, and we'd like wrestle or whatever. And his dad would call him from across the trailer park because we lived in trailer parks. So his dad would call him all the way from his house. And so he'd be like, boy, and then Nico would get on his bike. Fucking God, like, out of there. Nico and his dad, what was his name? Chris, Pop, Rock, Rich, Nico.
Nico and his dad's name.
Now I gotta get his name. Okay,
we'll remember it. We'll remember it. Well,
I'll ask one of the
Carlton. Nico's dad, Carlton.
Is it?
Carlton.
I remember the name, but I don't feel like that. I feel like that was somebody else's name inside there.
I think it was Carlton. God rest your soul, Nico.
Yeah, but anyways, just boy. That's where we get boy from. So we don't bring
anyway, back to my yeah. Anyway, good time to prelude and talk about them. But anyway, relationships. My first relationship, my first problems with women, I would say it started off like probably in like.
Let's not say problems with women either. That's kind of now you're bringing up like it's an active thing. Like,
okay, so listen. Maybe like my first like instance with like being bad with women, I guess you could say. So I was in preschool, and this is a no holds bar chat, so we're gonna talk about it right now. We were in preschool, and I remember I went under the teacher's desk during like art time, and I remember going up to her desk, and I went under the table because we were little. I was going up to the table, and I remember like playing, like touching.
You're
her.
canceled. You're canceled.
I remember touching her private parts. Listen, I'm
are canceled.
I'm just being honest. I'm being honest here, okay?
You are canceled.
So I was doing that. Listen, I was doing that. So listen, I went under the table and I was touching my preschool teacher.
This is something that you would never tell anybody, but man, you know, you just told it.
So I was doing that, and the crazy thing is she never got in trouble for that. She never stopped me.
Because obviously you were like 4 years old, but like.
But still, that's like, for a teacher though.
A 4-year-old, 5-year-old. That's crazy to have those memories.
As a teacher, like you didn't stop. Like I knew I was gonna get in trouble, but she never did anything.
You're not the first. It's not the first time. You gotta think about that too. As a preschool teacher, like kids are just randomly inquisitive. Like kids will like grab on parents' shirts and just pull them down because like they don't have no. They have no.
I'm thinking I used to teach.
Of that.
I used to teach preschool. Like I was in a preschool, so like if that was happening to me, like even within the like they're young obviously, but they're like little people. Like so if you think about it for a couple, like if you're there and it happens for 3-4 seconds, like you're gonna be like, whoa, like what's going like. I'd be like, what's going on? Like, I'm teaching these kids and, like, they're doing that to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But that's what
You still act
I
like
did that
you're
at a
giving
young
them
age.
too much responsibility as a preschooler. Like,
to know
they've been alive for 3 years of their life. 3 years.
They don't even start talking yet.
They've only understood for about 2 of them.
Yeah.
You think about that? And some of them have been babied until they're 5. So, a lot of them haven't really even learned how to talk or, like, form sentences.
What for? They can form like 6 to 7 word sentences at like 4 or 5 years old. Mm-hmm. Like I want to go to the store.
Yeah.
Like I want to go. That's a lot of words.
Yeah.
For a young person. But anyway, that was my story as a preschooler. I remember doing that to my art teacher, and I didn't get in trouble, and I just went back to playing with my friends, and I can remember like feeling scared for getting in trouble because
that was Calvin's first relationship. That's Calvin's first relationship. I don't know how we got into that conversation, but Calvin.
That was I guess like my thing with girls, like, but then growing up, like we talked about the prom. We talked about the prom story. We talked. Listen, we have a YouTube video. We just filmed a YouTube video yesterday, talking about our most embarrassing experiences with girls, which you guys will see soon. Mm-hmm. But you guys will hear more about my relationship side as I'm getting older and that bit. But for now, I mean, starting off really, really young, that was.
Well, Calvin, thank you for incriminating yourself. We'll go ahead and move along with that conversation because I don't feel like we even need to add any more onto that one. Let's go ahead and go to my most relate. Well, no, what's it like having a relationship?
Yeah, what was it like? Yeah.
And when did it happen? Okay, so what was my first relationship, Calvin? Like honestly, you know what? My first relationship, my first girlfriend, I had in 4th grade.
Was it in 4th grade? What was her name?
Abigail.
Yeah, I remember they kissed, and that was like 2nd grade.
Abigail Anderson.
That was like 2nd grade.
It was 4th grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade.
That was like junior campus.
I remember my dad got mad at me because I got sick. He's like, "Are you kissing her?" Like, and my dad was scary. He's like, "You been kissing girls?" I was like,
he said that?
Yeah, because I was sick. I got sick one day. I came home when I was sick, and. Obviously, parents are hip with the shit. They know, like, if you come home sick from hanging out with someone, you've either been, like, sharing cooties or, like... Because kids just don't get sick. Kids are naturally, like, really good at fighting off illnesses. Yeah. They're young. So,
when I was young, I was sick. I was always sick, but...
Yeah. But, like, so I came home one day, and after hanging out at her house, like, swimming in her pool and shit, and, like, damn, that was my first, like, sense of a relationship. That's crazy to think about that. Mm-hmm. Like, because I really thought I was like, that's my girlfriend. Like,
bonded, yeah. And she really liked him, too. That's one thing, like, growing up, not a lot of girls had crushes on us, but, like, Angelo he's always been, like, a lovable, like, nice guy, so.
Yeah, like, that was crazy. That was my first Whoa, bro. Looking at me and then looking back at my mind, like, whoa.
Looking back at the mind, though.
Looking back at my mind, because it's the same me, it's just years later. But this girl lived in, like, the East County of San Diego, which is called Lakeside. And I went to her house one day, and we were, like, swimming in a pool. And her house, I swear, was like a maze. Like, At least it felt like a maze from living in a trailer park to going to a house. It was like, you guys got hella corners, hella doors. Like, we're turning around, right? So that's my first thing I remember. But then we would, like, go out into the pool and hang out.
She'd hold parties a lot. Like,
and there was this girl named Audrey Pogue. Her best friend named Audrey Pogue, like, watched us kiss. And she's like, ugh, like, now think about it, like, thinking back on those memories, I felt, like, sick at the time. Like,
for kissing somebody?
Like, at the time I remember it, like, I felt sick. Like, it felt like it was warm, nice, sunny day, but it was still kind of cold. The water was pretty chilly. And, like, it just felt like really, like, cross-contaminating. Like, that's what it felt like as a kid. Like, it didn't feel like kissing or, like, holding hands. Like, there was no sense of, like, relationship, you know what I mean? There was no sense of, like, wanting to feel. It was just like you saw what your parents did and you wanted to do it too, kind of thing. You didn't know if it didn't feel like
it didn't feel like
it didn't feel like emotional bond on it. It was just like it was just like experimenting, you know. And so that was like my first. We kissed one time at the pool, and then like her friend Audrey's like, "Oh, I won't tell anybody. I won't tell
everybody
anybody."
knew.
And then I get back to school and like, you kissed Abby. Da, 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 da.
That's the thing. Like nobody.
That was my first time of drama.
We felt outside of the box because like we did kind of like that kissing stuff. Like I feel like at an earlier age than like a lot of kids. Like think about the general population of kids. Like we were kissing like not us kissing, but like we were kissing at a younger age.
Yeah, like, I just don't know if like
wise and like more drama and.
I guess I was at a younger age because when I got back, that was my first time experiencing like. Looking around and people are like, like looking at you and you're like, what did I do? Like, and they knew about your business. Like, that's weird. That's the creepy shit. So that was my first time kissing a girl. My first relationship I'm ever going to say was in 4th grade, even though it doesn't really count. I don't think any of my relationships ever counted, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, his relationships were all at a young age. So
I've never been in a relationship for like more than a month. Or like, the last time I even had a relationship, like a dead ass like relationship was 2017.
Yeah, and that was for a month. And I would always talk shit about Angelo's relationships. And I look back and I'm like, you know what? I feel bad because he never talked shit after I got into a relationship. Like after that, I got into a serious relationship, but that's for another story. I got into a 3-year relationship before VisionTwins even started. And
I never said anything even about your relationship before.
He never tried stopping it. Never talked shit about her. And I just felt bad because like I always talk shit about his. And like during that relationship, I was thankful that he never was, like, down. And unless I, like, was, like, complaining about my relationship, he'd be like, bro, just stop. It's not worth it. She's not worth it. Like, he would tell me the real shit, but other than that, like, he wouldn't, like, try to force
How do you live without her? How do I breathe without her? How do I swallow food without thinking about her? Like, bro, fucking shit. Like, how far gone are you? That is just, like... Hello, are you here? Like, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, but
anyway, I never said anything.
Anyway.
I was chilling during that time.
Yeah, those are 2 long bits. I mean, yeah.
I think we're going to go ahead and end that right now.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I think that was good.
I think that's going to end that right now. And we can go ahead and pick back up on this on Wednesday because we got some more tea to spill.
We got a lot more to spill.
And we got a video to edit, too, so we got to get that video out. The questions. The most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you when losing weight or like in your weight loss life or like being obese, being overweight, just the most embarrassing stories you got. That's coming out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So,
but with that, guys, we love you. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to go get your merch at VisionTwins.com.
I'm not wearing any merch right now, so shoot me in the face twice with merch. 2 bullets and 2 knives.
Whoa. Go, you get your merch. Use promo code MyVision at checkout. You're directly supporting the twins. We'll give you 20% off if you use promo code MyVision.
Have an absolutely amazing day, guys. We love you. We'll see you guys tonight at Night Riders. Ready to get it popping, dropping, never stopping, never lacking, always cracking.
Vision fam,
big bracking. We up.
Big old tree trunks.
Big old tree trunk ham hocks.
All my wordies.
Where do you want to do it tonight? It's got to be public. Tonight's going to be like, I like this public.
It's just raining, but we got
I feel like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like Friday is like the public area. You know what I mean? Then Monday, Wednesday can be like more instructional, but like still lit at the same time.
So get to know how we like
Monday, I feel like
in it. You know,
I feel like Monday we could do tonight at.
No, this is private.
We'll see you guys later.
We love you guys.
Have an amazing day, guys. Right. Bye.
Love you guys.